Hello, this is part two of showing you how to embroider on this handmade dress that I've been working on for upcycled, recycled fashion that I like to do today, like on Saturdays. This is a dress I've been working on for quite a while. Here's the front part of it. It's coming along. And if you've been following along, I got some thread on here. If you've been following along, you know the progress and how this dress has been evolving. I consider it like a tribal goddess-like dress. So this is what I've been working on part one of this show today, just trying to show you how I'm embroidering. Once I get better, once I get better cameras, I can show you more of, exactly while I'm talking to you and I'm sewing, I can show you exactly what I'm doing. But yeah, someone had left a message on my, or a comment on one of my videos, art videos, because they wanted to see me, they wanted to see some hands-on of me actually creating. And if you're watching, the person that asked this really cool question, if I would do more, thank you. I appreciate that. I know I haven't been doing a lot of tutorials lately, but I do have a bunch of tutorials in my playlist. So, and I've done a few tutorials on my other channel, so you could check out either one. So I'm getting ready to do something really different. I'm gonna add some blue into the mix. So like I said, I've found ever since I started doing embroidery that embroidery can be just like using paint. It's like painting with thread. And you can get as experimental as you can with mixing the colors. And the cool thing about it is if you feel like you mix the wrong colors together, you can always put another color on top of it and no one will even know. No one will be the wiser. I like the approach of embroidery. I liken it, my style that I like is similar to, like, I'm inspired by Van Gogh, like how he paints with thick applications of paint, just layers it on. And with the embroidery, for me, I feel like the more that you layer it on, the more the images pop off of the surface and it looks more like three-dimensional, kind of as three-dimensional as you can get with embroidery. What I've been doing lately, though, too, I'll show you guys probably in another show that I've been, I don't know if you know this, but whoever watches these art shows here, I make cloth dolls, but I've been experimenting with embroidering completely the face, the features, everything, making it more three-dimensional using the embroidery technique that I'm doing on my clothing. So yeah, I'm really inspired by color. I'm really inspired by nature. I'm really inspired by life, really, to tell you the truth, by the things that happen in life and how I can reflect and go out into Mother Earth and understand this world that I'm living in a lot better. There's so much hatred and fear in this world that I just wish that people would take time out to really see things for what they really are and really have the time to appreciate all the things that they have. I don't have a lot, but I appreciate all the things that I've been blessed with. There's been so many gifts that have come my way, and it's not always necessarily monetary, money. Because let me tell you something. Well, the thing is I just feel like eventually currency will be null and void, that we won't even be using currency anymore. We'll just be bartering again like we did way back when. And I think that's the best way to go about things in this world. Once the paper, the dollar, was invented, it just screwed everything up. The world became corrupter because people just felt like they just couldn't get enough. And even people, I'm not saying all people, but a lot of people that are wealthy they will just, it's like you would think that someone who's wealthy, that their life would have changed because of the money, but maybe changed, maybe if they're born into money, then they're never going to experience all the life experiences that you've had that's made you a more richer and well-rounded individual, being able to relate to so many more people. Now that's something that I had come across when when I'm thinking about things and why they happen and why they have to happen the way that they do. So, but anyway, I'm going to go in this with some more yellow, and I'm just going to finish this side, the left breast. Do it piecemeal because, like I said, embroidery takes time, and if you rush it, then you'll just have one big mess. So always approach it with a relaxed, peaceful mind, and have fun. Totally have fun. Imagine that you're painting, only with thread. So yeah, I think about a lot of things when I create art. I think about a lot of things that are going on in this world. I think about how if people really did take time out to do things they enjoyed, then they would be a lot happier in their world. I think so many people are concentrating on the wrong things, that they're not concentrating on healing themselves. There's so many people that have gone through so many traumatic events in their lives that it's so wonder they're still alive. And I can attest to that from speaking from personal experience. What makes this journey worthwhile is observing every single incident, every single experience you have on Earth thus far. By doing that, if you just examine it and try to look at it on an outsider point of view, it becomes more explainable why there is such a need for this world to wake up and realize that nature is where it's at. Nature is where it's at. Get outside, or, get in touch with that part of you that remembers when you were a child that you loved being out in Mother Earth. You loved hugging trees. You loved to run barefoot on the grass. I mean, it's been raining a lot here, but whenever I can, I try to get outside so I can enjoy it. It's really muddy right now, but that's what we need. Okay, so here it goes. Or so they say that's what we need. I hope I'm getting it in the frame of the of the camera. That's what it's going on. So I'm going to continue with this. The blue really makes it pop. And I might bring in some elements of the blue into the face as well. It just, here's the thing, when you're painting or drawing a body, at least when I am, or a figure, I like to mix the colors because it's going to not be as flat. So if you don't mix the colors together, you might, if you just want a flat color, that's cool. But if you're going for something a little bit more, more looking like it has an energy to it, a flow, energy to it, kind of looking more alive is what I would say. So yeah. I just wonder if there's, how many people out there actually enjoy doing embroidery. There's probably tons. And there's a lot of people that don't do embroidery the way that I do it. My approach is kind of a free-formed approach, yet a little bit controlled, because this goddess figure that I'm embroidering on the back of this dress, it was all planned out. I drew out the goddess figure on a piece of fabric, and then I cut out the goddess figure. Then I sewed it on to the back, excuse me, of the dress. And then, I outlined, didn't outline the whole thing with black thread, but I outlined the face, the ears, and the breast area, excuse me, with black thread. And outline